Day 1 of day 30. If I sound a little bit winded and out of breath, because I am. Just finished doing some sprints. Got my cardio in. I got Finn right there again. And then I got my other boy, Calvin the boxer. We're doing a little trail out here. So day 1. Oh, it's hard to think when you're out, when you're exhausted. Harder to formulate thoughts, harder to speak clearly. Maybe that's a good thing, because I've heard people always say that physical exercise is very important for your mental health. I kind of believed it, but it's one thing to believe somebody and what they say. It's another thing to experience yourself too. I haven't been lifting about 2 months now, almost I think 3, and yeah, it definitely fucks with my mental health a little bit. I'm more prone to get caught up in negative thought loops, more prone to not appreciate the little things. Look how beautiful it is out here, all the colors, the sun, the sky. I love nature out here. And 2, one of the things that I like about exercising, it's that it's like you give yourself little goals and little challenges to try to beat every time you exercise. At least that's the way I do it. For example, doing hill sprints, instead of doing 5 one day, do 6, do 7, do 8, do 9. And like that, little by little, every time you try, you have a little mini goal that you're trying to reach for. A little, hold on, Calvin, hold on. A little something to look forward to. Not necessarily you're gonna enjoy it because it sucks. I'm so exhausted right now. I wanted to quit after the 4th one, but I ended up doing 11. So again, a little bit better than the day before. These little mini goals, these little challenges help me out because they give me something to look forward to, something to try to beat, so I can try to make a game out of it versus just trying to grind it out and just try to muscle through it, which is one of the things that I picked up when I was in the military. It's a good habit in moderation, because being able to grind through things that you don't find interesting, that you don't find inspiring, that you don't find worthwhile doing, even though you know they're good for you, aka exercising, aka eating healthy. It's not the most funny of things, but if you can find a way to try to make it into a game between yourself or a competition between yourself, it makes it a little more fun, which is why I think today I was able to pull through. Still feeling pretty good. Doing a short little hike after our sprints. These guys are probably gonna sleep like little babies when we get back and see their mom. Testing, fucking Siri. It got activated when I was doing this video, so it's probably gonna be kind of chopped up. Maybe I can edit it later, but I'm trying to do these challenges one take without trying to edit too much, mostly because I already have a lot on my plate right now. I got finals next week and a half. I have so many projects I gotta turn in. I never thought I'd make it to the end of this semester, because I've been out of school for a while. It's been hard for me. Luckily, I'm only taking 2 classes at the time. But again, going back to the exercise thing, sometimes the things that you need to do are not that interesting. They're boring. They're not fun. You don't enjoy them, and they frustrate you. And of course, what's the point of doing all that, right? No one wants to do that. It's not fun. But if you can make it into a game, if you can make it into something that you find interesting, something as simple as a competition between yourself, just trying to do a little bit better next time. So instead of 20 minutes, you're going to try to study 25, take a break, 30, take a break. These little things stack up. The more you do them over and over again, the more you improve just a little bit. You don't need major improvements, tiny improvements. I mean, I'm almost done with the semester. I'm doing pretty well in my classes for how bad I've been struggling, how frustrated I've been, how dumb I've felt. It feels good to know that I'm almost there. I'm doing pretty good. I got an A in my poetry class right now, A in my poetry class. I got about a B plus in my discrete math, which is the one that has been really taking up most of my time, just because it's a very different way of thinking and problem solving, but it's been very interesting. It's been a lot of fun. It's made me appreciate computers a lot more, because without that kind of math, computer science wouldn't really exist. This phone wouldn't really exist. YouTube wouldn't exist. Google wouldn't exist without discrete math. So it's been interesting, but it's been frustrating. It's been hard. And there's been plenty of times where I've been like, you know what, man, fuck this shit. I don't want to do this shit. I'm fucking tired of this. I'm tired of being up in fucking midnight trying to figure this out. I'm tired of feeling frustrated and helpless in this class. But I'm almost there. I'm doing all right. Hey, I'm doing all right. Again, I have no complaints. But I think part of that has been kind of like the same thing with what I do with these sprints. I don't want to do them. They're not that fun. They suck. I feel like throwing up. I feel like I'm gonna pass out. My legs feel like jello right now. But it helps that I have these guys to come run with me. If it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't be out here doing it. I'll be honest. I don't have that kind of motivation. I'm inspired by people like David Goggins, who can just grind it out. Because if it wasn't for these dogs, I wouldn't be out here working out, yo. I'll be honest. I wouldn't. So they motivate me, but also trying to keep into perspective is good for my health. Trying to make a game out of it, trying to beat myself there a little bit. Being able to do that and then transfer that same skill of my mindset to this math class, to this poetry class. Again, you think they're very different subjects. One's super subjective, math is very objective. But it's the same thing. When I'm frustrated about something, when I don't understand something, my first inclination is to just quit and to be like, I don't want to deal with this shit. It's not important. Let me just skim through it. It's like, no, sit with the frustration of it. Same thing with these sprints. Sit with the frustration of this sucking. Sit with the frustration of fucking studying. Sit with the frustration of not understanding something. And I started this class 4 months ago. Again, I'm almost done. All those hours that I spent sitting in that frustration, having patience, being patient with myself, asking questions, going to my peers, sending a couple emails out to the professor, trying to get some help on things I didn't understand, still not understanding, sitting with it, trying again. It's so helpful. And I think another thing too is that might help me out with this vlog. Again, sitting with the frustration. Sometimes I don't know what I want to talk about. I start thinking about all these other things that I need to do, and then I think, I don't want to do the vlog. I don't want to do this shit today. I'll just wait. It's like, no, sit with the frustration of it. It's okay. Go through with that. Because I think one of the things, I don't know if anyone else ever feels this, is there is so much going on in life. Hold on, Kelvin. Hold on. Keep tying yourself up. There is so much going on with life. You got the election. Trump's still trying to see if he can hold power. You got Sleepy Joe. Kamala Harris is probably gonna be the new president, you know. You got all these things that people are overwhelmed by. But you only have one moment to experience all those things with. And that moment is constant. It's always there. It's always here. So do we let ourselves get caught up in those frustrations? Things that we have almost no control over, because we have no control over other people. The only control that we have is our attitude towards the things that we're experiencing. Changing the relationship for the things that we're experiencing. Changing the perception or the meaning of the things that we're experiencing. So instead of something triggering us, getting us frustrated, making us angry, boring us, frustrating us, we don't want anything to do with it, changing that relationship in the same way that I think today, changing the relationship that I have to these sprints, it's not the same thing, but to what's going on in the world. But there's like a little sliver of commonality. There's a little bit of common ground in that they're both frustrating to sit with. However, certain things can help you. Does watching the news cycle really help you out? Does it make you enjoy your life a little bit more? Does it piss you off? Does it get you angry? Does it frustrate you? Can you sit with that frustration? Do you need to resolve that frustration at that moment? Or can you sit with it? Maybe just by sitting with it and having the patience with it. So you will just take it in, see if it's necessary, see if it's something that can help you out. And if it is, cool, you can learn something from it. If not, then, you know, sometimes it's okay to cast that shit aside. If it doesn't help, it doesn't help. After all, you got one life to live. Are you really gonna let it be sucked up and overwhelmed by what other people are doing? All right, we always have a choice. Anyways, day one, I got my breath a little bit more relaxed. I'm gonna go home, eat some food, check up on my baby mama, see how she's feeling. I was gonna record another poetry video today out here, but I didn't print it out, so I'll probably come back here later out throughout the day and record that. It's okay to be frustrated. It's okay to sit with it. It's okay to not resolve the uncertainty behind your frustrations or what's causing it. And sometimes that frustration can teach you something. It can teach you something about yourself, and maybe teach you that you can do things that you didn't think you can do. Whether it's doing hill sprints, whether it's going back to school, maybe having a change of careers, learning a new skill set, being more understanding for your partner, being more patient with them, because goddamn, we all know sometimes they frustrate the fucking shit out of us, which that they can change, but you can't change other people. We either accept them as they are and work together to understand each other and work towards something, or we don't. So again, frustrations are not bad. I think having the proper relationship or the proper understanding towards your frustrations and what they're trying to tell you about you is probably more important. I think if I hadn't taken that mindset with this class, I would have quit. I would have failed, just like I did when I was up in Berkeley. So again, many years later, here I am trying again, much more difficult circumstances, much less time, but I'm confident that I can get this done. I can go back to Berkeley, finish after I'm done with Berkeley, get my MFA, improve my writing, create books of short stories, create books of poetry, shit, maybe even create a screenplay, man. Netflix, what's up, you know? But again, baby steps, baby steps. I can only do those things one at a time. I can only improve one skill one at a time. But I think the one thing that you can always improve is your relationship to your world, to the people around you, to the things that you find interesting, the things that you don't find interesting. That you can always work on in every single moment. And I think that we'll see. Again, this is day 1 out of 30. It's gonna be a couple years before I go up there and make that MFA happen. So we'll see. But hopefully this is a message from my past self to that future self when he's watching this video and he's going, shit, I knew he could do it. All right, peace out, everybody. Day 1.